Henry Cavill is probably one of the most famous faces of Hollywood, and rightly so. The actor's garnered widespread acclaim for his performance in roles in all sorts of genres, but while he rarely misses the shot with whatever's thrown at him, he's more known and loved for his superhero and sci-fi roles. In today's video, we'll take a look at Henry Cavill being rumored to play Captain Britain in Captain America: New World Order. First up, what's the deal with Henry Cavill coming into the MCU? According to various sources, Marvel Studios are looking to cast Henry Cavill as Brian Braddock in the upcoming projects of the MCU. Braddock, more famously known as Captain Britain, could be seen as soon as the next Captain America: New World Order movie. Cavill, who at this point is synonymous with the name Superman, has played multiple action hero and sci-fi roles in his career. And even though his relationship with his most beloved role has gone bad recently, there's no reason why he wouldn't be continuing in other, similar roles. In fact, Cavill himself has shown interest in playing the role of Captain Britain in the past. And hey, why not? We'd love to see him get back on the day-saving mission in the MCU as well. It's being reported that the studios are hoping to debut Cavill as Captain Britain in 2024. And while Cavill has shown interest in the role, he hasn't been cast for it yet. Although we'd say, go for it, man. Next up, what does Cavill himself think of the role? In an interview, Henry Cavill expressed his enthusiasm for the possibility of playing the role of Captain Britain in a modernized version of the character. Furthermore, Cavill stated that he's seen the various rumors circulating online about his potential casting and that he thinks it would be loads of fun to portray the character in a way that's updated and relevant to modern times, similar to the way that Captain America was successfully modernized in recent films. Cavill also mentioned his pride in his British heritage and how he would enjoy the opportunity to play a character that represents his home country. And that's true. Many of the roles that he's played are not made for the British in him, and while it's an actor's job to fit into whatever's thrown at them, it would be amazing to see Cavill play a superhero of British origin, since he'll be able to play it more naturally. And that's not it. While it's evident from what we've seen that the actor's shown interest in the role, The Hollywood Reporter recently published an interview with the actor, during which they asked him which Marvel character he would like to play. In response, Cavill stated that he did not want to choose a role that had already been taken by another actor. This suggests that he may have had his sights set on the part of Captain Britain for some time. Following up, but how are we talking about him playing a role in the Marvel Universe? If you're living under a rock and you haven't heard, Cavill recently announced that he won't be playing Superman anymore. It came with a lot of backlash and disappointment from fans all over the world. But there's no blame that you can put on Cavill for it, and that's because he didn't give up the role by his own choice, but because of the reboot that the new chiefs of DCU have plans for. There are no surprises in the fact that the DCU has been unable to make a name for itself ever since its beginning in 2013. Even though the producers have gone back to the drawing board multiple times, their efforts have not been met with much success. This is the reason why nothing's been certain about the extended universe for a long time. However, in all of that mess, one thing that the fans loved no matter what was Cavill's portrayal of Superman. Unfortunately though, even that wasn't solid enough, and speculations of him being booted had been on the rise for the past couple of years. But when Dwayne Johnson came into the picture, it was more than just confirmed that Cavill will be resuming his role as Superman by a statement by the actor himself, only to be redacted a few months later. So in a time like this, where we know Cavill isn't coming back as Superman, we definitely want him to try other roles such as those in the MCU. Coming up, but why is Captain Britain perfect for now? It's logical for Brian Braddock to be introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at this time because of his close connections to the X-Men and the multiverse. We already know that the MCU is slowly and surely gearing up for the two universes to mix soon. The first of this we saw happening in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where Professor X appeared in a main MCU movie for the first time. So by extension, as a regular member of the Excalibur team, which is a spin-off of the X-Men, Brian Braddock has spent a significant amount of time working with mostly mutant heroes, making him one of the few non-mutant heroes with such experience. In addition, his origins are closely tied to the concept of the multiverse, which is a central element of the MCU. In addition to that, Brian Braddock is also a member of the Captain Britain Corps, a group of various Captain Britons from different realities within the multiverse. Given that the multiverse is expected to play a significant role in upcoming phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it makes sense for the introduction of Brian Braddock, who's a part of the Captain Britain Corps, to happen now. Finally, what would the introduction of Captain Britain mean for the MCU? If Henry Cavill or any other actor were to portray Captain Britain in the film Captain America: New World Order, it would signify a significant shift in the direction of the franchise. Brian Braddock's superhero origins involve mysticism, which has not been a major focus of the Captain America films or the show The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which have both focused more on espionage and thrillers. This potential casting could indicate a move towards incorporating more elements of the mystical side of the Marvel Universe into the Captain America franchise. And although mystic characters have already made appearances in the Captain America films before, they haven't been a central focus, and their actual origins were never explored truly. Even though Wanda Maximoff's character played a significant role in Captain America Civil War in 2016, it wasn't revealed at the time that she had mystic powers. Moving on, let's talk about some other Marvel characters that Henry Cavill could play perfectly. Starting at number 5, the Beyonder. As Marvel continues to build anticipation for the upcoming film Avengers: Secret Wars, it is possible that the character the Beyonder, who originally appeared in the comics, will also make an appearance in the film. The Beyonder was a powerful being with the ability to create things at will, and in the comics, he created the battle world and populated it with Marvel heroes and villains to fight each other. It's unclear at this time how the Beyonder will be incorporated into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's possible that the story may be adapted from the most recent version of Secret Wars in the comics. If this is the case, it's possible that Cavill may be a good fit for the role of Beyonder. For number 4, we have Hyperion. One character that's pretty similar to the one that Cavill's already played is Hyperion. He's appeared in Marvel Comics for many years as a member of the Squadron Supreme, a team similar to DC's Justice League. Hyperion has been depicted as both a hero and a villain in the comics, and Cavill would be well suited to portray either version of the character. Given Cavill's experience in playing a character with similar traits, it's likely that he would excel in the role of Hyperion for Marvel. Next up, we have Silver Surfer for number 3. Before the primary Marvel Comics universe began, Galactus threatened the planet Zenn-La by consuming it. A resident of the planet named Norrin Radd sacrificed himself to save his home and was transformed into the Silver Surfer, a herald of Galactus tasked with finding worlds for his master to consume. Eventually, the Silver Surfer met the Fantastic Four and chose to turn against his master to protect Earth from Galactus's endless hunger. Cavill's physique and ability to play a stoic, alien character with a hidden depth of humanity make him a compelling choice for the role. Additionally, the inclusion of the Silver Surfer in a film adaptation of this well-known comic book story would likely be highly anticipated by fans. A different role, but it would be fun to see Cavill play it. Moving on to number 2, it's Doctor Doom. Of all the characters on this list, Doctor Doom is perhaps the most compelling. As such, any live-action portrayal of Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe would likely be a highly formidable villain on par with characters like Thanos and Loki, and it would also give Cavill the luxury of becoming a notable part of the MCU above anything else. While Marvel Studios could certainly cast a seasoned actor as Doctor Doom, the opportunity to cast Henry Cavill in the role is too good to pass up. Cavill's appearance, popularity with fans, and acting talent make him a strong choice to bring Doctor Doom to life, and it would be a departure from his previous heroic portrayal of Superman. Last, but not the least, we've got Captain Britain. We've already talked about Captain Britain in detail, but hey, this list wasn't going to get complete without him. In addition to his good looks and British origin, the most compelling part of this arrangement is the fact that rumors are already spreading of the studio being actually interested in Cavill taking this role. So instead of wishing upon things that wouldn't happen and wasting your energy on them, it's better to focus on what could potentially happen and be excited about it, don't you think? In the case where the studio actually goes through with it, it would be one of the best redemption stories in Hollywood. That's a wrap for this video. Would you be interested in seeing Henry Cavill appear in the MCU, or is it too hard to let go of him as Superman? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.